All right. Well, thank you. I love the fact that you deliver this. This is great.
Okay, good.
Thanks a lot, Roger. For the remainder of the year, I think that's what we're trying to do, is purchase local. It's Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah, tacos.
Taco Wednesday.
Yep.
I learned recently that what we used to do way back when at this school is out in back of the school, there's some acreage out there, there's some farmland. We used to grow and eat our own food. And then somehow we got away from that with the government programs, and it's exciting to see us going back. We're coming full circle now. We're starting to go back to eating stuff that we're growing. So it's kind of exciting.
The most important things about our garden project and the farm to cafeteria project is that we have really great leadership in our school. And our superintendent, David Anderson, was very instrumental in getting our whole staff to the farm to cafeteria conference that happened.
We started taking a look at bringing local food, produce, fruits, vegetables, and potentially beef into our school program basically at the beginning of this school year. We've gone through a slow process to take a look at what's available locally with produce and beef. And we've had school board members involved, we've had teachers involved, and made it a team effort to take a look at what are we doing, where are we going, and how we're going to get there. And because of the team, we've been able to work together to make good things for kids as far as trying to provide fresh fruits, vegetables, and locally grown meat.
Here's a picture of some of the calves last year, and at this point we see only 1 or 2 cows that they're actually babysitting all of these other calves, these other babies out in the pasture, while the mamas are up in the shed eating their hay and silage that they have. But there's just this mama cow. There's only one mama cow in this picture babysitting these calves out in the field, making sure no coyotes or cougars or something comes and interferes with them.
This whole project has really been about shifting the culture and letting people understand that it's really not difficult to do things differently. There's been a belief system in place that we can't buy local produce or that we can't have food from our garden because it's not safe or that it's not approved. And over a really short amount of time, at least in this district, we have worked with our superintendent and our food service staff and our school board to talk to them and share information of why that's not true and how we actually can use food from the garden and we can buy local produce and that there are people that are willing to supply produce for us.
Recently we had a meeting up in Port Townsend with some of our local farmers and some other school districts to talk to them about what products do they have that we would be interested in and trying to figure out a schedule. One of the biggies for us is trying to make sure that we don't have to go out and get it. They'll deliver it to us out of convenience for our staff. And we work that out, that there are a lot of local farmers that are willing to deliver to our school, and they also want to know from the school district what types of product or produce are we interested in purchasing in the future to be able to help our local farmers know that, well, how many carrots do we need to plant, or how many lettuce heads do we need to plant in order to be able to provide the product for our school district.
So today we're serving Roger Short's ground beef in our tacos.
Directly from the garden.
Yeah. I really like it. It's one of my favorite vegetables.
Yeah, what else do you like that's in the garden?
I love lettuce.
Lettuce? What do you like that's in the garden?
Kale.
We're going to make kale salad next week, you guys.
Yummy.
That the bottom line is what's best for kids. And we felt like it's better for kids to be able to have the best fresh produce as possible, and also to support our local communities, local farmers, to help keep the money in our local area. We've committed a certain amount of the budget to be able to purchase fresh produce, fresh fruit, and we'll start playing with that to make sure that, you know, we can still stay, you know, with a positive balance, but also provide the best food quality for our kids.
My sense from being in meetings with the farmers and with the kitchen staff, our superintendents and other schools, is that they have a clear idea of what they'd like, and so now we need to share that information with farmers and then come up with a plan of how we can work together to make that happen.
I am thinking entirely different than I was a year ago about the lifestyle, the type of farming that I'm doing, and the fact that I am doing something that is minimal harm to the environment. It's health benefits, and it's a sustainable thing, I think, on the peninsula, because we can have our market right here. If we're looking at carbon footprint, we don't have the big carbon footprint of the transportation part thing. Transportation eats everything up. We're providing a very healthful food. We're providing something that the valley land is adapted to, raising grass rather than row crops. It's something that doesn't take as much intense labor land use. It's better for the soil to keep, environment to keep it in sod, so we don't have as much erosion and sedimentation going into the streams. At this time, I feel very comfortable and passionate about what I'm doing. And I think I really feel good about it.
So having all of the different people in our school on board with having fresh local food in our cafeteria was the big first step. And so how we integrate that from the community and from the farms, and how we use the vegetables from our own garden that we're growing, that's an evolving process.